What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Rec Talk. Driving on a rainy day here. Hope all you guys are doing well. Look, we've already all seen Eric Singleton Jr. hits the transfer portal, and I got a lot to say about it. First and foremost, Eric Singleton Jr., freshman All-American, was not highly recruited at all. I'd have to go back and look at his offers. I would think Tech's probably one of the only Division I offers he got. He out of Douglasville, Georgia. Ends up coming in that recruiting class. No one was really paying attention or knew who Eric Singleton Jr. was. Comes out, becomes a freshman All-American, balls out, and the kid's a track star. Best wide receiver that Georgia Tech has. Comes in this year, have trouble getting him the ball. Obviously, he had a hurt starting quarterback that couldn't throw more than 5 yards downfield. And even with the other two quarterbacks that were throwing him balls, at times we really struggled putting it on him, though, he had some drops too. So it stinks. I've seen a variety of opinions on this, right? There's some things that really sting with it, like, is it Mark Odom or Max Odom that had posted on Twitter that he's going to be visiting like Auburn and UGA. And look, if he went to UGA, that would suck. That would absolutely suck. But this is the era of college football we're in. So first and foremost, the people are saying there's kind of two camps here, in like, oh, we just need to go back to the way it was, to this, good old traditional football, and then kind of where we are now, where it's just the Wild West. There are no rules, and there are no rules. You can contact a player whenever you want. Doesn't matter. Eric Singleton Jr. last year said as much, right? Said, hey, I've been contacted. The Sea-Dog brought this up. I watched his video. I've been contacted by multiple schools, and the portal, it was before the portal window, but doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. I'm sure every school does this now. But before, you think about Paul Johnson. He comes in, no tight end position on the roster. What was it? Peak, the tight end we had, ended up winning a national title for Alabama, had to sit out a year. Had nothing to do with the fact that they don't have his position. Kirby Smart takes a Georgia job, bans anyone from going to any SEC school and Miami, because that's where Mark Richt went. That's bull crap. So it's easy to MF these players and say, oh, look, they're just going after money. They don't care about anything else. All they're doing is what college football coaches did for the entire history of college football, right? That's all they're doing. And it's not going anywhere. Now, first and foremost, I have to call out a lot of the Georgia Tech fan base. If you look, especially on like Facebook, which is like that's worse than Twitter. Facebook groups are worse as far as just insane takes than Twitter. One thing you'll see is, oh, well, he wasn't that great, just had a ton of drop balls, he was on a major decline, and he's easily replaced. That's Cope. He's not easily replaced, okay? If he wasn't any good, then why is he fielding these visits to SEC schools, right? He's your best player aside from Haynes King. And to the people that are saying that, this is how I know that's BS and Colt. To all the people that are saying, oh, just easy to replace, not a big loss, not a big deal. If he removed his name from the portal right now and said, 100% I'm coming back to Georgia Tech, same people be saying, huge for Georgia Tech, ACC Player of the Year next year, Tech's making a run, top 5 wide receiver in college football, right? You can't have it both ways. Other thing that I see, it's an academic issue. Now, I heard what Sea-Dog had to say about it, and I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with him. This is my understanding as someone that went to Georgia Tech. I wasn't a student athlete, so I don't necessarily know the nuances of how that works. But what people are saying is, it must be coming up for him to take calculus. He doesn't want to take calculus. That's why he hit the portal. That makes no sense. None. First of all, there is no lower level math at Tech than calculus. The trig isn't offered at Georgia Tech. That would be like remedial math. So if he hasn't taken a math, which the only one that you can take is calculus, then he wouldn't probably be able to prereq into any other classes, any classes that he's in now. So that doesn't make sense to me. I also suspect that if it was an issue on the down low, it would probably be taken care of anyways, right? So another cope. It's not an academic issue. You don't even have to have some inside track on the situation to know what it's money. It's money. 100%. And I don't even fault him for it. Like, if I was making, whatever I'm making now and someone offered me 3 times as much or double, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Setting aside the fact that, he wasn't really done a ton of justice this year with probably the number of targets. Again, hurt quarterback, not getting him the ball enough, not using him to the best of his ability and whatnot. I get it. But first and foremost, it's money. Now, as far as him, and this is one of the things that pisses me off the most. If you're going to make a decision, just own the decision. Well, I think when he tweeted this out, he puts like the praying emoji up, God's plans. Well, here's the thing, man. The last time I checked, God, the Holy Spirit, whoever, they don't have a pen. Not that I've ever seen. You made the decision. And it's not, I'm not harping on Eric Singleton Jr. Every single player that hits the portal is God's plan. Every single one. I'm sure Nate McCullum put God's plan too. Nate, was it God's plan for you to go to an awful North Carolina team that got beat 70-50 and have the worst DC in the history of college football that's so bad it don't matter how many points you might score for them? No, it's your decision. Just say, hey, I'm hitting the portal because I want to see where my market value stacks up. Or don't put anything. Just put your little thing, hey, as of today, I have put my name in the transfer portal. Stop hiding behind God to shield yourself from any criticism that might come from it, man. It has nothing to do with it. So, and I'm not it has nothing to do with, about religion or anything either. Just, hey, I'm making the best decision for me, pisses me off. So, I don't know what we were paying him. Might it free up some more money to do other things? Yes, but now all of a sudden, because he's not the only one that's hit the portal, right? We're going to have a need at wide receiver we're going to have to address in the portal. Now, along with that, I do think we probably make some moves in the portal. We probably make some moves in the portal as far as acquiring talent that surprise people and not just the Tech fan base. So we'll have to see how it shakes out. He's not, the first one that's hit the portal that's going to hurt us, like with Corey Robinson. He's not the last one that hits the portal that's going to hurt us. And we're not even out. We're not out of trouble as far as other things as well. I don't know how this offseason is going to go for Tech, but it could be brutal depending on how everything falls in line between staff, between players, and otherwise. Now, with that being said, what I don't understand, this is what's going on in the portal right now is another reason why I don't understand the absolute crybaby conference that the SEC is. First and foremost, you look at there's going to be Georgia fans that comment on this, but Eric Singleton Jr. hit the portal poverty program. Look at when every one of those moronic, mouth-breathing, idiot, shit-kicking Georgia fans created their YouTube account. I've not seen one that wasn't created in 2021 or late 2020. Not a one. But I'm soft, right? But I'm soft. Yeah. I'm baptized in the fire of what Jeff Collins did to us, all right? I can't be hurt anymore. I don't have feelings. I don't have feelings anymore. All I have is hate and an ire to do harm to others. So that's one thing. But you look at the top NIL collectives, I bet most of them are SEC schools, right? Most of them are SEC schools. And that's not me bitching about it. They're doing what they should do, right? They're doing what they should do. I wish Tech had more money to go get whoever they wanted. But they have the money to go get whoever they want. You look at who's the biggest winners in the portal, most of them are going to be SEC schools. Georgia's going to be a big winner in the portal. Georgia's going to have the money to go get whoever the hell they want out of the portal. So save me with your crybaby routine about everything. Alabama cries about being left out of the play. And here's the thing with the SEC, it's not just fans. It's not just fans. It's their coaches. Kirby wins an SEC title, which, hey, praise to him, right? Impressive, whatever. Does he spend that time talking about, the sacrifice of his players, how well they played, what it means? No, he bitches to Greg Sankey about their schedule because for the first time, they have an SEC West schedule. Keeping in mind, they can go buy whoever they want. When you look at recruiting, just look at a 5-star recruit as a first-round draft pick. Because that's basically how you look at it, right? Or that's how they're graded, or their expectation. So what? Georgia, Texas, Alabama, they have 4 or 5 5-stars apiece. So they get 4 or 5 first-round picks apiece. Again, no hate, doing what you should do. Then you have the money to go buy them. You have the money to go get anyone you want out of the portal. Save me with the crybaby routine. You want for nothing. So I don't feel bad for Alabama when they get left out of the playoffs. I sure as shit don't feel bad for Kirby Smart. He wins and chooses the losing argument after winning the SEC title. And don't even get me started on Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin's been crying for a month straight now. Again, they had what? They put a $10 million roster together. And what did that $10 million roster get them? 3 losses, one of which includes a loss to Kentucky, who doesn't have a single SEC win aside from Ole Miss. They only have one SEC win, and it's Ole Miss. But this guy thinks he should be in the playoffs. Now, why is Kirby Smart in Georgia complaining about their schedule? I heard it today. Well, we're beat up. They're going to go ahead and make an excuse for when they get knocked out of the playoffs, whenever that is. That's all it is. That's all it is. You've recruited top 3 the last 5 years. You should have the depth to go do it. I don't know what to tell you. So, turning things back to the Tech fan base, stop making excuses for this. It does hurt. You've got to be realistic. What Tech needs to do is you got to continue building your program up, continue building your collective up, continue building your staff and your team and program as a whole to a point where this is less likely to happen. Now, it's going to happen to every program in the country, right? Every program is probably going to lose one guy that hurts them at a minimum. At a minimum. But you've got to build your program up to where it is where it's less likely to happen, right? Because let's say Jordan Allen, is that his name? The kid from Buford. I haven't looked at the recruiting in a second. Let's say he comes in and puts up the same numbers as freshman year, and I don't know that he'll play. I have no idea. We got to look at how the rest of the portal season goes. Let's say he puts up the same numbers or something similar, or has the same type of season that Eric Singleton Jr. did. You're going to be in the same boat with him next year. Same exact boat as you were in with him next year. So, you just got to keep grinding. Again, it hurts. I hate it. It sucks. I'm pissed. But not a huge surprise. Like, we all kind of know this coming. Now, I know Alex posted, big surprise. Not for anyone that has any clue as to what's going on. Now, probably appropriate for another video. I do think we probably need to look at how this happens. It's just unreasonable to expect the staff to recruit year-round, recruit their own players year round. Infinite money is needed, right? Like there's no cap on anything. Like it's just too much, right? So we'll see how all this works out later. I don't know if I said it earlier in the video. Wouldn't surprise me if Tech, goes out and grabs a big name player that no one thought they were gonna grab. But look, I do know. I mean, I haven't heard anything of Isaiah Canyon. I'm assuming he's coming back next year. He's a big one for you. No one's really talking about Zion Taylor. From people that have been to practice, I've heard a lot of good things about him. Don't really know why I didn't see the field this year. A lot of buzz on Malik Rutherford that people are talking about. Not necessarily that I've seen, but this doesn't apply to Eric Singleton Jr. If Rutherford was to hit the portal, I think he could very easily end up like Nate McCullum did, though. I think Rutherford's in a system that absolutely works for him, where he gets a ton of targets, where he was probably the most targeted wide receiver in our offense this year. The grass isn't always necessarily greener on the other side, but that's going to be it for me. Hate what we lost Eric. We need to toughen up as a fan base and stop coping quite so much. And also, absolutely screw the crybaby SEC fans. You know what SEC fans are like? They're like the Real Housewives. They're sitting in their mansions over there wanting for nothing, bitching about, their $1,500 slippers not fitting perfectly or something. So screw them. Y'all have a good one.